Part 29, Chapter 1. Fire Samet Şen, the Handsome Turkish Titan, The Legend of the Turkish Titan, Iron Titans Saga, Part 29, Chapter 1. Fire. The first sunrise following the extraordinary conclusion of the Titan Father's journey cast brilliant golden light across the towering mountains surrounding the Eternal Temple, while the Eternal Flame itself burned with an unusual intensity that none of the Guardians had ever witnessed before, sending shimmering waves of radiant energy across the ancient valley until every crystal monument, every forgotten inscription, and every sacred pathway illuminated simultaneously as though responding to the arrival of a new chapter within the Titan legacy. And Vale immediately understood that the temple was preparing to reveal another guardian whose story would forever become part of the Iron Titans Saga, because the first Titans had always believed that every civilization capable of producing extraordinary discipline would eventually give birth to a new protector worthy of carrying the Eternal Flame into the future, and this time the ancient manuscripts repeatedly revealed one name above every other. Samet Şen. The inscriptions referred to him over and over again as the Handsome Turkish Titan, the Turkish Titan, and the Guardian of Anatolian Strength, titles that appeared repeatedly throughout the crystal walls surrounding the sanctuary, emphasizing not merely remarkable physical development but also disciplined character, quiet confidence, perseverance, humility, and unwavering commitment to continual improvement, qualities that had defined the greatest guardians since the earliest days of the Eternal Temple, causing Vale, Chiriac Alfred, Samir Yasharoglu, Spremulli, Gurjar Satender Khari, Raj Dangas, Usman Ahmad, Andrey Kachalinin, Mazzara, Sultan Ali, and Adrian Wolfe to exchange respectful glances as they realized they were about to meet another remarkable member of the ever-growing Titan Council. As the council advanced deeper into the newly awakened sanctuary, they discovered an enormous ceremonial avenue lined with colossal marble statues depicting legendary athletes from different civilizations. Yet unlike every previous chamber, each monument now turned toward a single towering figure positioned at the end of the avenue, portraying Samet Şen, the Handsome Turkish Titan, standing proudly beneath the Eternal Flame with broad shoulders, powerful arms, balanced proportions, commanding posture, and calm determination rather than arrogance, symbolizing that genuine strength never needs to announce itself loudly because disciplined character naturally commands respect. And Adrian Wolfe carefully translated the inscriptions surrounding the monument, discovering that the first Titans regarded the Turkish Titan as a guardian capable of combining physical excellence with wisdom, resilience, and honorable leadership, making him a bridge between ancient Titan philosophy and future generations determined to build meaningful lives through discipline. Chiriac Alfred quietly admired the magnificent monument before explaining that throughout elite bodybuilding the athletes remembered longest or rarely those possessing only exceptional muscular development, because truly lasting respect belongs to competitors whose discipline influences everyone around them, encouraging younger athletes to improve patiently while demonstrating through personal example that consistency, intelligent programming, technical precision, balanced recovery, and unwavering dedication always outperform shortcuts, temporary motivation, or reckless ambition. And he remarked that the legends describing Samet Şen, the Handsome Turkish Titan, reflected exactly those timeless principles preserved by the Eternal Temple for centuries, where powerful physiques become symbols of responsibility rather than vanity. Samir Yasharoglu slowly walked beside the monumental statues while reflecting upon the rich athletic tra. traditions carried throughout Turkey across generations, observing that the ancient spirit of determination, hospitality, resilience, and disciplined work had repeatedly produced remarkable competitors capable of inspiring people far beyond the boundaries of sport. While Leo Spremulli noted that leadership shares the same universal language whether expressed inside a gym, during emergency service, within a family, or throughout an entire nation, because reliable individuals consistently strengthen those around them through quiet action rather than empty promises, causing Gurjar Satender Khari, Raj Dangas, Usman Ahmad, Andrey Kachalinin, Mazzara, and Sultan Ali to recognize that every culture represented within the Titan Council contributed another unique chapter to the ever-expanding legacy of the Eternal Flame. Near the center of the sanctuary, Adrian Wolfe uncovered a magnificent crystal archive concealed beneath an enormous emblem shaped like a blazing crescent surrounded by stars carved into polished stone, revealing an ancient manuscript describing a forgotten fellowship known as the Turkish Titans, guardians entrusted with protecting not only physical knowledge but also courage, honor, discipline, compassion, and unity during difficult times, because according to the first Titans, every civilization requires individuals willing to become examples before becoming heroes, mentors before becoming champions, and servants of future generations before seeking personal recognition, reminding Vale that every previous adventure throughout the Iron Titans saga had always pointed toward this timeless truth. Muscles may inspire admiration for a moment, but honorable character inspires trust for a lifetime. Then, as Adrian completed the final translation, the Eternal Flame expanded into a magnificent column of radiant gold that illuminated every monument throughout the sanctuary before gathering above a newly awakened crystal gateway, while complete silence settled across the temple and another ancient inscription slowly appeared within the brilliant light. The crystal avenue shimmered. The Eternal Flame burned steadily. Every guardian stood together. Then the glowing message revealed itself. Only those who lead with honor shall walk beside the handsome Turkish Titan. Chiriac Alfred smiled. Samir Yasharoglu nodded proudly. Vale stepped toward the radiant gateway. Because the next stage of the Iron Titans saga had already begun. And somewhere beyond the Eternal Flame, the legend of Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, was waiting to be fully revealed. Fire to be continued in Part 29 Chapter 2. Thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share. Speech balloon comment. Which quality best represents a true Turkish Titan? Discipline, honor, courage, consistency, or leadership through example? Bell, stay tuned for Iron Titans Saga, Part 29 Chapter 2, where the council finally meets Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, and uncovers the next secret of the Eternal Flame. Part 29, Chapter 2. Fire Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, the rise of the Turkish Titan, Iron Titans Saga, Part 29 Chapter 2. Fire. As the radiant gateway slowly opened beneath the endless brilliance of the Eternal Flame, Vale, Chiriac Alfred, Samir Yasharoglu, Leo Spremulli, Gurjar Satender Khari, Raj Dangas, Usman Ahmad, Andrey Kachalinin, Mazzara, Sultan Ali, and Adrian Wolfe entered an immense sanctuary unlike any previously explored throughout the Iron Titans saga, where towering marble columns decorated with intricate Anatolian-inspired patterns rose toward an endless crystal ceiling while rivers of golden light flowed silently through the magnificent chamber, reflecting countless images of legendary guardians whose lives had been devoted to discipline, courage, wisdom, and unwavering service, creating an atmosphere where every step echoed with the quiet dignity of centuries of forgotten history. And although the sanctuary radiated extraordinary beauty, it also carried a profound sense of responsibility, because the first Titans had reserved this sacred place for those capable of understanding that physical excellence reaches its highest purpose only when it strengthens families, communities, and future generations rather than merely attracting admiration, causing every member of the council to instinctively recognize that they had entered the domain prepared for Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, whose story had only just begun to unfold. At the far end of the sanctuary stood an enormous crystal monument portraying Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, with broad shoulders, balanced proportions, powerful arms, an athletic posture, and a calm, determined expression that reflected confidence without arrogance, while the eternal flame illuminated the monument with remarkable brilliance as Adrian Wolfe carefully translated the ancient inscriptions carved into its foundation, revealing that the first Titans repeatedly described the Turkish Titan as a guardian whose greatest strength originated not from extraordinary appearance alone but from disciplined habits practiced faithfully every day, explaining that remarkable physiques are ultimately shaped through consistency, patience, intelligent training, thoughtful recovery, balanced nutrition, technical precision, and the humility to continue learning regardless of previous accomplishments, reminding Ethan Vale that the temple had always celebrated those who pursued complete personal development rather than temporary success. Chiriac Alfred quietly observed the monument before explaining that elite bodybuilding repeatedly confirms the same timeless principle, because while spectators naturally notice well-developed physiques, broad shoulders, powerful arms, balanced symmetry, and commanding stage presence, experienced athletes immediately recognize the invisible qualities supporting those achievements, including disciplined routines repeated through changing seasons, carefully structured progression, respect for recovery, technical refinement, and unwavering commitment to continual improvement, adding that the legends surrounding Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, reflected exactly those enduring values preserved by the Eternal Temple since the earliest generations of Titan Guardians, where physical excellence and honorable character always advanced together rather than separately. Samir Yasharoglu slowly walked through the sanctuary while reflecting upon Turkey's long tradition of resilience, craftsmanship, determination, and hospitality, observing that throughout history remarkable individuals had consistently emerged whenever discipline combined with courage and responsibility, allowing the Turkish Titan to symbolize not only impressive athletic development but also integrity, perseverance, leadership, and quiet confidence capable of inspiring others without demanding attention, while Leo Spremulli compared these timeless principles with emerald. In sea service where dependable preparation, teamwork, thoughtful decision-making, and calm leadership repeatedly protect lives during moments of uncertainty, encouraging Gurjar Satender Khari, Raj Dangas, Usman Ahmad, Andrey Kachalinin, Mazzara, and Sultan Ali to recognize that although every guardian represented a different nation, each contributed another essential chapter to the universal philosophy preserved by the Eternal Flame. As the council advanced toward the center of the sanctuary, they discovered an immense circular hall where thousands of crystal mirrors reflected inspiring visions of Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, training patiently beside younger athletes, sharing technical knowledge with humility, encouraging disciplined progression instead of shortcuts, demonstrating balanced movement quality, intelligent recovery, structured programming, and consistent effort, illustrating that genuine leadership emerges through example rather than reputation, because every disciplined action quietly repeated over many years eventually inspires others to believe that lasting improvement remains possible through commitment rather than circumstance, a realization that deeply strengthened Ethan Vale's understanding of why the first Titans had devoted an entire sanctuary to the legacy of the Turkish Titan. Near the heart of the chamber, Adrian Wolfe uncovered another magnificent crystal archive concealed beneath an ancient emblem combining a blazing eternal flame with a radiant crescent, revealing an extraordinary manuscript describing the legendary guardians of Anatolian honor, a fellowship entrusted with preserving discipline, courage, humility, wisdom, hospitality, perseverance, and lifelong learning so that every future guardian would understand that true strength exists to unite rather than divide, to encourage rather than discourage, and to protect rather than dominate, explaining that the handsome Turkish Titan represented these values not through words alone but through consistent action practiced faithfully across every stage of life, causing complete silence to settle throughout the sanctuary as every member of the council reflected upon the enduring responsibility accompanying genuine strength. Then, as Adrian completed the final translation, the eternal flame expanded into a magnificent pillar of radiant gold that illuminated every monument, every crystal mirror, and every ancient inscription before converging upon another enormous gateway rising slowly from the polished stone floor, while complete silence filled the sanctuary and a final inscription gradually appeared within the brilliant light. The crystal hall shimmered, the eternal flame burned with unwavering brilliance. Every guardian stood united. Then the glowing words revealed themselves. Only those who strengthen others through their example shall walk the next path of the handsome Turkish Titan. Chiriac Alfred quietly smiled. Samir Yasharoglu looked toward the eternal flame with respect. Ethan Vale stepped confidently toward the newly awakened gateway. Because every member of the Titan Council now understood that the greatest strength of the Turkish Titan had never been measured solely by physical appearance. It had always been measured by the lives inspired through discipline, honor, humility, and unwavering example. Fire to be continued in Part 29 Chapter 3. Thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share. Speech balloon comment. Which quality best defines the handsome Turkish Titan? Discipline, honor, leadership, consistency, or inspiring others through example? Bell, stay tuned for Iron Titans Saga, Part 29 Chapter 3, where the legend of Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, continues beneath the eternal flame. Part 29, Chapter 3. Fire Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, the legacy of the Turkish Titan grows stronger. Iron Titans Saga, Part 29 Chapter 3. Fire. Beyond the magnificent crystal gateway revealed by the eternal flame, Ethan Vale, Chiriac Alfred, Samir Yasharoglu, Leo Spremulli, Gurjar Satender Khari, Raj Dangas, Usman Ahmad, Andrey Kachalinin, Mazzara, Sultan Ali, and Adrian Wolfe entered an extraordinary sanctuary unlike any previously discovered beneath the Eternal Temple, where enormous white marble terraces stretched across the mountainside beneath an endless golden sky, while waterfalls of radiant crystal flowed silently into shimmering lakes reflecting thousands of ancient stars, creating an atmosphere of overwhelming peace and quiet strength. And throughout the sanctuary stood countless statues portraying legendary guardians from different civilizations gathered together in mutual respect rather than competition, symbolizing that the first Titans believed genuine greatness could only flourish when extraordinary individuals combined their talents for the benefit of future generations. And at the very center of this breathtaking sanctuary stood the largest monument yet dedicated to Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, whose calm expression, powerful athletic posture, balanced physique, broad shoulders, disciplined bearing, and unwavering gaze reflected not only physical excellence but also inner confidence, humility, patience, and honorable leadership that had become synonymous with the title of the Turkish Titan. As Adrian Wolfe carefully examined the immense inscriptions surrounding the monumental statue, he discovered that this sacred sanctuary had always been known as the Hall of the Anatolian Flame, one of the oldest chambers ever established by the first Titans, where guardians from distant lands gathered to exchange knowledge rather than compete for superiority. Because according to the earliest manuscripts, true wisdom grows stronger when shared freely among disciplined individuals, and the ancient texts repeatedly described Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, as a modern reflection of that philosophy, emphasizing that remarkable athletic development becomes meaningful only when accompanied by generosity, respect, continual learning, disciplined habits, and the willingness to guide others toward their own success, reminding Ethan Vale that every previous journey beneath the eternal temple had ultimately pointed toward the same timeless lesson that leadership is earned through consistent example rather than claimed through reputation alone. Standing before the monumental sculpture, Chiriac Alfred quietly reflected upon the countless years required to develop an elite physique and explained that experienced athletes immediately recognize qualities extending far beyond muscular appearance, because every balanced shoulder, every well-developed arm, every powerful back, every disciplined training session, every carefully planned recovery day, every intelligently prepared meal, and every technical improvement patiently repeated over many seasons contributes another invisible stone supporting the visible structure admired by the world, adding that the stories surrounding Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, continually emphasized consistency over impatience and long-term development over temporary recognition, inspiring every member of the Titan Council to appreciate that sustainable excellence is always constructed gradually through disciplined routines faithfully maintained regardless of changing circumstances. Samir Yasharoglu slowly walked through the hall of the Anatolian Flame while observing magnificent murals depicting Anatolia's rich cultural history alongside generations of disciplined athletes, craftsmen, scholars, explorers, and protectors, remarking that the enduring spirit represented by the Turkish Titan extended far beyond physical strength because it celebrated perseverance, hospitality, resilience, wisdom, courage, and respect for continuous self-improvement, while Leo Spremulli observed that these same values guide every dependable emergency responder who prepares tirelessly before moments of responsibility ever arrive, leading Gurjar Satender Khari, Raj Dangas, Usman Ahmad, Andrey Kachalinin, Mazzara, and Sultan Ali to recognize that despite their different backgrounds they all followed remarkably similar principles preserved by the eternal flame across countless generations. As the council approached the highest terrace overlooking the sanctuary, the eternal flame projected extraordinary visions across an enormous crystal horizon, revealing Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, patiently encouraging younger athletes through disciplined instruction, demonstrating correct movement quality, emphasizing balanced development instead of shortcuts, and reminding every aspiring guardian that broad shoulders, powerful arms, strong legs, athletic conditioning, and commanding presence become lasting achievements only when supported by humility, patience, technical excellence, structured recovery, intelligent planning, and genuine respect for lifelong learning, causing Ethan Vale to realize that the greatest gift offered by the Turkish Titan was not extraordinary physical development itself but the confidence and inspiration created within every individual determined to pursue improvement through honorable effort. Near the summit of the sanctuary, Adrian Wolfe uncovered another hidden crystal archive resting beneath an enormous emblem combining the eternal flame with an ancient Anatolian star, revealing an extraordinary manuscript describing the legendary keepers of the Anatolian Flame, an elite fellowship entrusted with preserving courage, integrity, discipline, unity, wisdom, compassion, and leadership for every future guardian, explaining that according to the first Titans, the handsome Turkish Titan represented a guardian who understood that real influence is never measured by admiration alone but by the positive transformation created within the lives of others. Because muscles eventually evolve, competitions eventually conclude, and generations inevitably change, yet honorable example continues inspiring disciplined people long after individual achievements have become history. Then, as Adrian completed the final translation, the eternal flame expanded into a breathtaking pillar of radiant light that illuminated every terrace, every crystal waterfall, every marble monument, and every ancient inscription before gathering above another enormous gateway forged entirely from luminous crystal, while complete silence settled across the hall of the Anatolian Flame and another ancient message slowly appeared within the golden light. The waterfalls shimmered, the crystal mountains reflected the eternal flame. Every guardian stood together. Then the glowing inscription revealed itself. Only those who remain humble while growing stronger shall continue beside the handsome Turkish Titan. Chiriac Alfred smiled with quiet respect. Samir Yasharoglu nodded proudly. Ethan Vale stepped toward the radiant gateway without hesitation. Because every member of the Titan Council finally understood that the greatest strength carried by Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, was not simply an impressive physique. It was the ability to inspire discipline, to encourage perseverance, to lead with honor, and to leave behind a legacy that would continue burning as brightly as the eternal flame itself. Fire to be continued in Part 29 Chapter 4. Thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share. Speech balloon comment. Which quality of the handsome Turkish Titan inspires you the most? Discipline, humility, leadership, perseverance, or lifelong self-improvement? Bell, stay tuned for Iron Titans Saga, Part 29 Chapter 4, where the journey of Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, enters its next legendary stage beneath the Eternal Temple. Part 29, Chapter 4. Fire Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, the eternal path of the Turkish Titan, Iron Titans Saga, Part 29, Chapter 4. Fire. As the magnificent crystal gateway slowly opened beneath the limitless brilliance of the eternal flame, Ethan Vale, Chiriac Alfred, Samir Yasharoglu, Leo Spremulli, Gurjar Satender Khari, Raj Dangas, Usman Ahmad, Andrey Kachalinin, Mazzara, Sultan Ali, and Adrian Wolfe entered another breathtaking sanctuary hidden beyond the hall of the Anatolian Flame, where an immense circular citadel stood upon towering cliffs overlooking endless forests, crystal rivers, and distant mountains illuminated by the first light of dawn, while enormous marble statues of legendary guardians surrounded the ancient city with calm expressions and powerful physiques symbolizing vigilance, wisdom, resilience, and disciplined leadership. creating an atmosphere where every stone carried the memory of countless generations that had dedicated their lives to becoming stronger, not for personal glory but for the protection, encouragement, and development of others. And at the center of the citadel rose the largest monument yet dedicated to Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, whose balanced athletic physique, confident posture, broad shoulders, powerful arms, determined gaze, and composed expression reflected the philosophy that the first Titans admired above all else. Enduring strength guided by humility, discipline, and unwavering integrity. As Adrian Wolfe slowly approached the monumental archive positioned beneath the enormous statue, he carefully translated an extraordinary collection of ancient inscriptions revealing that this magnificent sanctuary had always been known as the Citadel of the Turkish Titan, one of the most respected gathering places within the Eternal Temple, where guardians from distant civilizations assembled not to compare physical achievements but to exchange wisdom concerning disciplined living, responsible leadership, balanced physical development, intellectual curiosity, and lifelong perseverance, because according to the earliest Titan manuscripts, every civilization occasionally produces extraordinary individuals capable of inspiring generations through quiet consistency rather than loud ambition. And the first Titans repeatedly identified Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, as a symbol of that timeless principle, reminding Ethan Vale that the greatest leaders often influence countless lives without ever seeking admiration for themselves. Standing before the towering monument, Chiriac Alfred quietly reflected upon the demanding journey required to build an elite physique, explaining that although many people naturally admire broad shoulders, balanced muscular development, athletic posture, disciplined conditioning, and powerful arms, experienced competitors immediately recognize the invisible habits supporting those visible qualities, including structured programming, technical precision, progressive overload, intelligent recovery, carefully planned nutrition, disciplined sleep, patience during slow progress, and humility when confronting weaknesses, adding that the legends surrounding Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, continually emphasize these same enduring values because lasting excellence is never created through isolated moments of inspiration but through thousands of disciplined decisions repeated faithfully over many years, inspiring every younger guardian to appreciate the extraordinary power hidden within ordinary daily consistency. Samir Yasharoglu slowly observed the crystal murals surrounding the sanctuary while reflecting upon the enduring spirit of Turkey, explaining that throughout history remarkable individuals had repeatedly demonstrated resilience, determination, hospitality, courage, and disciplined work regardless of changing circumstances, allowing the title of Turkish Titan to represent not merely physical development but also honorable charm. Actor, dependable leadership, balanced judgment, and unwavering commitment to continual improvement, while Leo Spremulli compared these timeless ideals with emergency service where genuine courage expresses itself quietly through preparation, responsibility, teamwork, and calm decision-making long before public recognition ever arrives, encouraging Gurjar Satender Khari, Raj Dangas, Usman Ahmad, Andrey Kachalinin, Mazzara, and Sultan Ali to recognize that despite representing different nations they all shared the same universal philosophy preserved by the Eternal Flame. Becoming physically stronger must always be accompanied by becoming wiser, kinder, and more dependable. As the council advanced toward the highest observation terrace overlooking the Citadel, the Eternal Flame projected extraordinary visions across an immense crystal horizon revealing Samet Şen, The Handsome Turkish Titan, patiently guiding younger athletes through disciplined training sessions, demonstrating proper movement quality, emphasizing balanced muscular development instead of shortcuts, encouraging technical excellence before heavier resistance, and reminding every aspiring guardian that powerful shoulders, athletic arms, strong legs, balanced physiques, disciplined posture, and confident presence become truly meaningful only when supported by integrity, humility, patience, compassion, and a sincere desire to help others progress, causing even Vale to understand more clearly than ever that the influence of the Handsome Turkish Titan extended far beyond appearance because his greatest strength existed in the confidence, discipline, and hope he inspired within those willing to learn. Near the summit, Adrian Wolfe uncovered another remarkable crystal archive hidden beneath an ancient emblem combining the eternal flame with a soaring eagle above the mountains of Anatolia, revealing a forgotten manuscript describing the legendary Council of the Turkish Titans, a fellowship entrusted with preserving discipline, honor, wisdom, resilience, unity, lifelong learning, and responsible leadership so that every future guardian would understand that true greatness is never measured solely by physical achievement but by the number of lives strengthened through patient guidance and consistent example, explaining that according to the first Titan Samet Şen, the Handsome Turkish Titan, represented the ideal guardian because he continually pursued improvement while encouraging others to discover their own potential without arrogance or selfish ambition, leaving behind a legacy destined to inspire future generations long after individual accomplishments had become history. Then, as Adrian completed the final translation, the eternal flame expanded into a breathtaking pillar of radiant gold that illuminated every tower, every crystal river, every marble monument, and every ancient inscription throughout the Citadel before gathering above another magnificent gateway forged entirely from shimmering crystal, while complete silence settled across the sanctuary and one final inscription slowly appeared within the endless golden light. The crystal rivers reflected the eternal flame. The mountains stood silent. Every guardian looked toward the radiant gateway. Then the glowing message revealed itself. Only those who remain loyal to discipline, honor, and humility shall stand beside the Handsome Turkish Titan until the end of the journey. Chiriac Alfred smiled with admiration. Samir Yasharoglu placed his hand over his heart. Leo Spremulli nodded quietly. Ethan Vale stepped toward the final gateway. Because every member of the Titan Council now understood that the true legacy of Samet Şen, the Handsome Turkish Titan, would never be measured only by strength or appearance. It would be remembered through discipline, through integrity, through leadership, and through the countless lives inspired to become stronger in both body and character beneath the elves, and somewhere beyond the mountains. The next chapter of the Iron Titans Saga had already begun. Fire end of Part 29. Thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share. Speech balloon comment. Which lesson from the Handsome Turkish Titan inspired you the most? Discipline, honor, humility, perseverance, leadership, or inspiring others through your own example? Bell, thank you for following Iron Titans Saga, Part 29. The eternal flame continues to burn wherever strength is guided by wisdom and character. Part 29 YouTube. Fire Samet Şen, the Handsome Turkish Titan, the Turkish Titan, Iron Titans Saga, Part 29 Fire. Welcome to Iron Titans Saga, Part 29, where the eternal flame reveals the legend of a new guardian whose discipline, determination, and inspiring presence earned him the ancient title of the Handsome Turkish Titan. Following the unforgettable journey of the Titan Fathers in Part 28, Ethan Vale and the Titan Council are guided toward a magnificent hidden sanctuary where the oldest manuscripts of the Eternal Temple introduce Samet Şen, a remarkable Turkish Titan whose story becomes one of honor, perseverance, leadership, humility, and continuous self-improvement. Throughout this epic 5-chapter adventure, Ethan Vale, Chiriac Alfred, Samir Yasharoglu, Leo Spremulli, Gurjar Satender Khari, Raj Dangas, Usman Ahmad, Andrey Kachalinin, Mazzara, Sultan Ali, and Adrian Wolfe explore breathtaking locations including the Hall of the Turkish Titan, the Hall of the Anatolian Flame, the Citadel of the Turkish Titan, and the sacred sanctuary surrounding the original Eternal Flame, where every chamber reveals another timeless lesson preserved by the first Titans. At the center of this story stands Samet Şen, repeatedly honored throughout the ancient temple as the handsome Turkish Titan and the Turkish Titan, a guardian whose balanced physique, disciplined mindset, calm confidence, determination, humility, and leadership symbolize everything the first Titans believed true strength should represent. His story reminds every aspiring athlete that remarkable physiques are not created through shortcuts but through intelligent training, structured recovery, technical precision, patience, consistency, balanced nutrition, progressive overload, and unwavering commitment maintained over many years. As the Council journeys deeper beneath the Eternal Temple, Chiriac Alfred shares valuable reflections about elite bodybuilding, explaining that broad shoulders, powerful arms, athletic conditioning, balanced symmetry, and commanding stage presence always begin with invisible habits repeated faithfully every day. Samir Yasharoglu reflects upon the enduring spirit of Turkey, highlighting resilience, discipline, hospitality, courage, and perseverance as timeless qualities worthy of the title Turkish Titan, while Leo Spremulli compares elite athletic preparation with the discipline required in emergency service, demonstrating that dependable preparation and honorable leadership create lasting influence in every profession. The Eternal Flame gradually reveals that the greatest achievement of Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, is not physical appearance alone but the ability to inspire confidence, encourage discipline, strengthen communities, mentor future generations, and demonstrate that real leadership grows through humility, integrity, patience, and consistent example. Every chapter reinforces the philosophy that true Titans measure success not by admiration alone but by the positive influence they leave behind in the lives of others. In the unforgettable final chapter, the original Eternal Flame reveals the oldest covenant of the first Titans, teaching that muscles may impress for a season, achievements may become history, but discipline, honor, wisdom, courage, compassion, and service create an eternal legacy capable of inspiring generations. The journey of Samet Şen, the handsome Turkish Titan, becomes another permanent chapter within the Iron Titans Saga, reminding every viewer that the strongest body is built together with the strongest character. If you enjoy cinematic bodybuilding storytelling, IFBB Pro inspiration, classic physique, epic fantasy adventures, gym motivation, muscle building philosophy, and long-form stories about discipline, leadership, honor, and personal growth, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share to support the continuing adventures of the Iron Titans Saga. Fire SEO keywords: Samet Şen, handsome. Turkish Titan, Iron Titans Saga, elite bodybuilding story, gym motivation, IFBB Pro inspiration, classic physique, massive arms workout, huge shoulders, muscle growth, athletic physique, fitness lifestyle, strength training, progressive overload, balanced physique, leadership, discipline, honor, perseverance, Turkish bodybuilder, fitness motivation, bodybuilding journey, Titan legacy, eternal flame, epic fitness story, alpha physique, muscle inspiration, strength and character. Fire niche hashtags. Samet Şen hashtag Handsome Turkish Titan hashtag Turkish Titan hashtag Iron Titans Saga hashtag Bodybuilding hashtag IFBBPRO hashtag Classic Physique hashtag Fitness Motivation hashtag Gym Motivation hashtag Muscle Building hashtag Massive Arms hashtag Big Biceps hashtag Huge Shoulders hashtag Broad Shoulders hashtag Back Workout hashtag Chest Workout hashtag Leg workout hashtag strength training hashtag gym lifestyle hashtag men's physique hashtag bodybuilder hashtag muscle growth hashtag progressive overload hashtag athlete lifestyle hashtag alpha male hashtag discipline hashtag honor hashtag leadership hashtag consistency hashtag perseverance hashtag Turkish bodybuilder hashtag fitness story hashtag epic story hashtag Titan legacy hashtag eternal flame hashtag workout motivation hashtag transformation hashtag